as you can see, this is where the starter is located on a Nissan Armada. Every Nissan Armada, every Nissan Titan since 2004 to now. 5.6 liter VK56. This is what you're gonna have to do if you need to change the starter. What's going on, guys? Guess what? This is not Mandy. Mandy right here. But anyway, I'm doing something that a lot of people are afraid to do with these trucks, and that is change the starter. So her starter went out the other day, and so I'm here to replace that, and I'm about to show y'all the steps in doing that, or give y'all some pointers so that you can see it's really not that hard. It's just underneath the intake right there. So I'm gonna show y'all how to get to that. Okay, so hear me out. I'm already like halfway through because I don't like filming in front of my customers and stuff like that. But pretty much you want to start by getting that air box out, at least the lid and the tube out. You're going to start disconnecting the vacuum lines and everything that's attached to this full assembly right here. I got the vacuum lines, the coolant lines that run to the intake, vacuum hoses, a bunch of lines and hoses, and the port plugs for the injectors. Unplug those. Everything attached to this. You do not have to unbolt this fuel rail, but you do have to unhook the hose from the fuel rail, and that is right here. And then after you do that, it's 6 bolts, 5 or 6 bolts, 10 mil that you got to get out. Kind of hard to get to. That's probably the hardest part of it right now. I'm sweating, it's hot. Almost passed out trying to get that back bolt in the back. But I'm gonna pull it out and show y'all the starter. All right, as you can see, these are the bolts you gotta get out. And there's one at the very back, right there. It's a pain. I should probably do it from this side. These are the bolts you gotta get out on each side right here. Boom, boom, 4 and 5. They suck to get to. To get to this one on this side, just go ahead and pull that bracket off right there. From right there, just get those 2 10 mils, and you can easily get that one from this side. And then once you got all of those though, you just pull it up like so. If you want to, you could get that hose, take that hose off the back. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna just leave it to the side right there because it is hot. But as you can see, this is where the starter is located on a Nissan Armada. Every Nissan Armada, every Nissan Titan since 2004 to now. 5.6 liter VK56. This is what you're gonna have to do if you need to change the starter. So 2 things left to do right now. 2 bolts holding that on, and all the electrical stuff holding it together, or that I need to disconnect. All the electrical stuff that I need to disconnect, and the 2 bolts right there. And we'll be putting in a new starter. Ain't that crazy? You can do a lot of stuff in this current situation right now. Take care of a lot of stuff if you need to. Wow, look at that. Coolant. Oh yeah, also trying to get that bolt in the back. Dropped my extension with my 10mm on it, but I had a heart attack. But luckily I had one more 10mm socket, and it literally just saved the day. Cause that right there, I'm on a mobile call right now, and I wouldn't have been able to find, or I would have had to go find some tools if I couldn't find another 10mm. But all right, let's get this starter out. All right, I'm ready to quit. Whew, look at me. I want to go back to work. They got AC. Woo! But anyway, I got those last 2 bolts disconnected, and I got the power wire disconnected from the starter. So don't do this at home like I just did, but just pull it out, look at it. I wonder why. Saw this in another video, but this is a good time to check the teeth on your flywheel and make sure the teeth on your flywheel are okay. Those look good. So, all right, let's swap this. Oh snap! Excuse me. Let's get this swap. Let's go get a new starter. All right, we got a new starter in. Now it's time to put all this shit back. I'm sorry, excuse me. All this back together. Starting with that. I'm trying to get some live action for y'all, but can't get it good. How you doing? $1,000 ratchet. Fuck. All right, it's seated in there, all good and stuff. Now I'm about to start. Now I'm gonna start buttoning everything up. Get these injectors. Are these injectors? Are they? Pretty sure they are. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. I feel like I'm saying it wrong. No, yeah, those are the injectors. All right. I'm gonna just try to get some of these started, get them started before I go in and tighten them all down and then one of them not be aligned or something crazy like that. Thought I saw a ghost, but it was just the door closing. That one feel like it's not wanting to. Oh, it did something. Yep, see that one was seated or lined up properly so it wasn't screwing in. If I would have went ahead and tightened one of the others down all the way, I would have never got that one, or I would have struggled to get that one lined up. So yeah, just go around and hand tighten, get the thread started, and then after that, get those down. And I'm gonna get those tightened and pop these injector lines in, and then I'll be back. BRB. Yeah, it's kind of straightforward. I got the intake back in the top. I think I said that already, but Got these injectors plugged in. Vacuum, vacuum, vacuum. More vacuum type stuff. Got the fuel line back connected. Another vacuum I had to do. And all I have to do now is, I still got this loose because I want to test it. So when I test it, after I test it, I'll tighten everything down with this intake. But I still gotta connect the starter, and after I connect the starter, then I just gotta connect the battery and see if it works. But right now I'm just going over everything, seeing if making sure I didn't miss anything, like these coolant lines. Got those in. Fuel. I think we about ready to hook this starter up in the battery and give it a try. Alright, got everything buttoned up. Intake is on, map sensor. I'll just tighten everything down, except that screw. I'm gonna tighten that down. But got the battery hooked up, so we gonna see if it starts. It's running. As you can see, she's excited about that. This is her second starter she done went through, so and she believed the guy that she had work on it last time put a bad starter on and pretty much just took her out of her money, because it barely lasted a year. So she think he got a halfway running or used starter off of something and put it on there, but she paid $500, almost $700 to get that starter, to get it fixed last time. And yeah, so she is excited. She was standing right there when she came out right before I started. That's crazy. I just got one more thing to tighten down. If I can find my screwdriver, Lord knows. There's no way. There's no way. There you go. That's good. Look at that. It wasn't that bad. Putting it back together was like a breeze. Taking it apart, figuring out all the extensions and swivels I needed to use to get these off, that's what caused it to take longer, is trying to figure out what I needed to use. But once I figured all that stuff out, it was a breeze. You just gotta get everything off of the intake manifold and then get those 5 bolts out. And the hardest bolt's gonna be at the back there, the 2 rear bolts. And then you gotta unplug that cable right there. If your vehicle has never been messed with, this cable is going to be mounted on the back of the block somewhere. I think, hold up, I might be able to zoom in. It's a tab back here. See that tab right here? There's a tab behind the block right there. Right here. So I'm going to try to hop in there and pop everywhere. That there is how you change the starter. This is a 2012. I said 09. It's a 2012. That's how you change the starter.